Hello, welcome to my channel for confidence sake. My name is Ovigwe. Oh, I've got blush on my hand. Listen, I just did the quickest makeup ever. Like, yeah, just for you. So if you're watching this, yeah, I tried for you and you alone. But yeah, I wanted to do a video. It's the last day of the year. It's the last day of 2025. I cannot believe it. Like, the year goes by really slowly and then quick at the same time. Oops. I'm definitely not editing now. This is real life, okay? And 2025 was like that. Unexpected and messy. So I think that was a good introduction to what I'm about to say. These are like my 7 lessons that I learned. 7, I don't want to call them mistakes, but biggest lessons that I learned in 2025. And I had a very up and down year, like very emotionally. It literally felt like a roller coaster. So I feel like these lessons will hopefully help whoever's watching and maybe my future self not have a year like how I did. Not be up and down, you know? Just have a bit more balance, no matter what you're facing, because despite your circumstances might be hard, doesn't mean you have to, doesn't mean it has to feel hard on you, you know? Like, that's actually a choice. And I wasn't living like that for about 8 months out of the 12 months of the year. So without further ado, I tried to be really organised this time and I made a list of my notes on my phone. Look, I'm already a changed person. New year, similar me, but not exactly the same and definitely not completely brand new. So the first lesson that I learned in 2025, or one of the biggest lessons, was, you know when they say comparison is the thief of joy? Believe them. Yeah, believe them. And you might not think, you might be like, I don't compare myself to people. No. It doesn't have to be to other people. It can also be to yourself, because that's what I was doing. I was comparing what I thought would be me to what was currently me, and it wasn't, the maths wasn't mathing, and I was like, huh? And my joy was stolen. Well and truly stolen. I was close to depressed, but I'm trying to be positive, and you can see I'm not like that now. But if you look back at some of the videos I did at the start of the year, it was rough. And also, before we really get into this, like, comment, subscribe. Are we really on YouTube if we don't say that? Have to. But honestly, please. But yeah, so what I learned from comparison being the thief of joy is really and truly, please be content wherever you are. I spent so much of the year wishing that it was what I wanted it to be, wishing that I had more money, or I had more clothes, or whatever the thing, like, oh, if I had more of this I'd be happier, if I had more of that. It's a lie, because you know what, every wealthy person says that money doesn't bring you happiness, and we all like, no, it definitely does. No, it doesn't. It's a choice. Happiness is a choice, and the older I get, the more I realize, yeah, it's a fact. Moving on. Second thing that I really learned, like, I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 weeks of the year I realized that I need to dream bigger. And wherever you're at, whoever's watching this, even if you dream big, I'm challenging you to dream even bigger. I think when I was younger, I was a dreamer. I was really like creative, and I just thought I could do anything, go anywhere. And then I think as life started to like mash me up, I started to make my dreams smaller and smaller and smaller. And I got to a point where I'd only dream if it was realistic. And that's not a dream, because dreams aren't meant to be realistic. By nature, they're meant to be unrealistic. Like, people still don't understand why we dream. So I feel like I didn't even notice that I was doing a disservice to myself by not even attempting to think bigger than what I was thinking. Not even attempting to challenge myself, my dreams. If it wasn't, like, your dreams should make you uncomfortable. They should feel like, oh, I don't know if that's even possible. That's a dream. Not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym 2 times in a week. Like, that's not even, that's not a dream. That is realistic as flip. And I think that I still haven't worked on this, but I know in 2026 I'm dreaming bigger. I have to start building it up again, because I allowed life to knock me to a realistic space, and as such I haven't even reached for things that have given me anything that's like, yeah, I don't know if this is possible. I've just been in a same space, and that's where stagnancy comes to. And I'm not gonna lie, if we have this one life, why not? And I think sometimes, if you're anything like me, and I think this is the root of it, I've been afraid to dream bigger because I don't want to be disappointed. But so what? Because I had a teacher, Miss Blair, in school, an English teacher, and one thing that she taught me really stuck to me, and I still remember it, and I need to start putting it into my life. She said, if you reach for the moon, you'll fall on the stars. So if you dream big, and you might not get that dream, but you'll get somewhere close to it and underneath that. But if you're reaching for the trees, you're going to fall on the grass. And I think I've been reaching for the leaves. And no, we need to go back to the stars, to stratosphere, whatever the case. I need to start being bigger and being bolder with my dreams. And because I'm not going to lie, also I think I've heard people say things like, if you don't dream big, you have a big God, you serve a big God. Well, I'm Christian, I serve a big God, I don't know. But I serve a big God, and my dreams in no way reflect the greatness of the God that I serve. And I think I'm doing this disservice to me and to the Creator by not filling the space that He's given me to fill in this world. So yeah, we're dreaming bigger again. 2026, baby. We're dreaming bigger, we're stepping in. Okay, don't let the world intimidate you into being small, okay? Because that's what I did. We're not doing that anymore. We're learning from the mistakes. Okay, this is the third one. I think I learned this around November. You see, as I said, I spent a lot of the year just in this like cycle of just downness and feeling dark. And you know why? And what I learned from it is that you should turn your thoughts into prayers. Turn them into prayers. Try it. I'm telling you, life-changing stuff. What I used to do, we're leaving in 2025. What I used to do was I'd have a thought and I'd be thinking, oh, how's this gonna happen? I'm thinking. Maybe those thoughts can't do nothing to help your life. Nothing. Like, more of the times you're not even thinking of solutions, you're just thinking about the problem again and again and again and again and again, different ways that problems can come. No. Turn your thoughts into prayers and see change happen. If nothing else, you'll definitely have peace. If nothing else. Like, it's very important. So that's another lesson that I learned. I don't think I need to harp on about it. Listen, the sun is setting. I'm trying to... We're going through. This video is going to be quick. And I speak fast. Maybe I should start speaking slower. But that's not a lesson. Now, so we're turning our thoughts into prayers to kill the cycle of rumination and to stop procrastinating and to stop and also just to allow peace to enter, because definitely when you pray about something, it releases it from you. Like, and if you think about it again, pray about it again. Try to have that balance. This is definitely a big reminder. Another one, you're more prepared than you think. You are more prepared than you think. I think that, obviously, I've said it many times on this channel. If you're new here, then you would know, but I'm a business owner, and it's my first business. So a lot of the things that I got involved in, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do that. And it's been a lot of learning, I'm going to be honest. But what I've also realised is that God has prepared me through life, in a sense. It's like certain things that I've gone through, certain places that I've gone to have prepared me. And even if you don't feel prepared, I'm going to circle it back to God, because in this life, God is very important. You can pray about that too. This is the beauty of the God that we serve. If you don't feel prepared, hello, God, please prepare me. You're taking me to this. Give me X, you know? But I definitely feel like, even with my business, for instance, if I hadn't started this YouTube, no matter how small it is, no matter what it is, it's encouraging me to put myself out there. So when it came to marketing with my business, I didn't even know that I'd already been preparing myself for over a year to put myself out there for my business. So those things that you're doing right now that might feel insignificant, you might feel like they have no effect. Like, I only have, I think I have about 50 subscribers, and I'm still putting myself out there because it's growing me, it's growing my confidence, and I didn't know that it was preparation until I looked back at it. So continue with that. It might feel insignificant, but if you have a feeling that you're meant to do something, do it, because you never know what that is going to set you up or another person for, because sometimes the preparation isn't for your life, it's for somebody else's. That's also how things work. And speaking of preparation, just do it. Shout out tonight, just do it. Whatever that case may be, whatever you're thinking about doing, do it. What I've learned this year, again, through business, is that often I've been like, oh, I don't want to post. I'm not a very social person. I'm social, but I'm not a social media person. Does that make sense? So on my personal Instagram, I have not posted for years. And I'd have this thing sometimes in my business, a lot of the time, and even with this YouTube, where I'm like, I don't want to post. Like, I feel like anxious about it sometimes. And I recognize that when you have that feeling like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to post, I don't want to film, I don't want to da-da-da-da, that probably means you need to do it more than you think. That's what I mean by just do it. That little thing, you're like, oh, don't let your emotions trick you out of being consistent and trick you out of showing up. Because honestly, the little things that I said, oh, I don't want to do, have maybe not changed my life, but it maybe in the grand schemes of things it has, but it's definitely meant something. Like, I was putting out a video for a whole year on my business page. I was scared about showing my testimony, because what I do is massage therapy, and my testimony is that God led me to do it. And I didn't want to post it. I was worried. I was thinking, how is it going to be received? Like, are people going to get it? Am I going to look a certain way? All these different thoughts, like I said, just thoughts, and I didn't want to put it out. I've had to date 2 clients just from that one video. So that came because they're like, I saw your testimony. I was like, wow. And that's something that I didn't want to do. I felt like I shouldn't do. But what it's done is shown me as well that feeling is trying to hold you back from greatness. I'm telling you, that's the enemy within. I'm being serious. I'm laughing, but I'm being serious. Do that thing. Try it. If there's something that came up in your mind after this video, I'll give you permission to switch this video off and just do it. Don't delay it as well, because the more you delay it, tomorrow. Listen, the perfect time is the time that you are in right now. Because I also feel like, should I talk a lot? Yeah. Die empty. Don't hold your greatness into, like, give it all. Do the thing. Nobody really cares. Just put yourself out there, honestly. Like, yeah, I could go on about that, but we'll save it for another video. We're drawing to the end now, so I think this is my 6th point. And I chose 7 points because 7 is just a nice complete number. It's no, really, I could have added more, could have added less. It's nice. Probably the most important one in this one, yeah, is trust God. Yeah, quite simply. Oh, I just saw a fox. Is there symbolism behind that? I don't know. But trust God. Often in my life, at least, and I know there's other people, because God doesn't just work in, like, none of us have unique experiences, basically. And in my life, the instructions that God has given me often don't make sense to me. I'm like, why would you want me to do that? How is that going to help me? Or I don't want to do that. That's intimidating. Or that's that voice that he puts in you, which people call it your intuition. I genuinely believe your intuition is God-led. Trust it. It can save your life in a dramatic way, in another dramatic way, it definitely can change your life. Everything that I do now, for the most part, was because I listened to God. Everything. I went to uni for economics. I'm a massage therapist because of God. I'm still posting on this YouTube, not knowing where it's going to go, because of God. Trust that, because I've learned that when God speaks to us, we often feel like it's us, it's me, he's talking to me. It's usually because he wants you to touch other people, and he wants you to, through your obedience, it has more of an impact than I think we'll ever understand. Honestly, if it doesn't impact you, it might impact your children. If it doesn't impact your children, it might impact your friends. Like, your obedience and trusting God and trusting that intuition, I feel like we actually have to act like our life is dependent on it, because sometimes it is. So that's a big lesson. Don't take that voice lightly. Some people can't hear that. Some people can't, and if you can't hear God audibly, you have a Bible, you have people that he speaks to, he will confirm his word as well. So don't get too obsessed with confirmation, because that's another thing that can easily happen, and I fall into that. But trust. Yeah. And lastly, and very important to the year that I had, is gratitude. If I'm edit this and I put on the screen, that must be in capitals, because gratitude. Hello. It kind of ties back into the first point with, comparisons of thief for joy and being content where you are. To be content where you are, you have to be grateful for what you have. And I learned the very hard way that looking at other things and wanting other things and chasing other things, and listen, focus on what you have, even if it's just your breath. Focus on that, because the more you focus on what you don't have and you're looking there, you're just amplifying it. You're just, even if it's not like physically amplifying it, internally you're amplifying it, which still has value. So when you're focused on if I had this, you just gonna be bigger, and you're gonna notice that in more themes in your life. I've shared before that I had a dream that kind of encapsulated this, where it's like, because I was so focused on one thing, I didn't see the rest of it around me. And I think that is that. And gratitude, what it does is it takes it allows you to focus, but in a positive way. So it amplifies it into greatness. So when I focused on it, I was like, oh, you know what? For instance, clients, right? I don't know how, in a way I'm going to say clients for me, because that's my life, right? I have clients. And if I have only one client, I'm grateful for that one client. Hello, because that one client didn't have to come to me, you know, whatever it is. Or if you have one t-shirt, which I don't think many people do, but be grateful for that one, because it could have been zero. And I don't think it always has to think about it like, oh, it could have been nothing. But it's just like, you know what? Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for giving me this. Reframing that. And I think in 2026, we're going to have many opportunities to be grateful for it, as long as we lean into it and we embrace it. So when you find that, and even when it feels like you don't, in fact, when you feel like you have nothing to be grateful for, find that one thing. If it's family, friends, breath, find that one thing. I'll tell it, it's life-changing. Gratitude really does open doors. Yeah, I think I've got this here. I think I've got this here. Gratitude makes you grow. It opens doors. It changes your focus. It's a great thing. So those are my 7 lessons. So I think we started off with be content. Don't comparisons to the FIFA joy, so be content. We focus on dreaming bigger. As 2026, let's dream as big as we possibly can. Let our dreams intimidate us, because we serve a big God and he will answer us. Turn your thoughts into prayers. You're more prepared than you think. I'm reading the list. Just do it and trust God and be grateful. I really am wishing you the best. I pray you have the best 2026 possible. Whatever you face, I pray that it is better than 2025, and that you just invite God into that journey, because you will never ever regret inviting God into your journey. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. I'm so grateful that God brought me through 2025. It was a hard one, but it's made this video. So it has its value for sure. Yeah, like I said earlier, like, comment, subscribe. What did you learn in 2025? What was your biggest lessons? I'd like to know. Comment them and I will engage with it for sure. But I appreciate you. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Thank you for watching, even though, you know, yeah, just thank you. I'll see you in another video in 2026. Take care of yourself. Doodles.